Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If this is your first time, I want to specially welcome you to my channel. I created this channel to be able to reach as many people as possible that are looking for practical solutions to grow their businesses and personal finance. So if that seems like something you're interested in, I want you to click right now on the subscribe button and the bell notification button so that you can be notified anytime I post a new video. So let's dive into the video straight away. I started KDP with my mobile phone because I could not afford a laptop. Now it's almost 2 years and I've made over $15,000 from KDP. It has not been an easy journey. I've learned a lot from it. As a matter of fact, for the first 8 months, I did KDP with my mobile phone, and all my sales up to date have been organic sales. Now I have a Core i7 Dell laptop, I have a professional drawing tablet, I have a good home office, and all this makes my work easier. But when I started, I never had all this. I just had determination, and I knew I could actually do something to bring revenue from KDP, even with the limitations I had. I want to share the things I have learned so far, the strategies and the techniques I've used to make sales from KDP with you. So if you don't have money, even if you don't have a laptop, as long as you have a mobile phone and you have access to the internet, you also can actually do what I have done. It's not magic. It's just simple step-by-step processes that I followed. The whole idea for this video started when I posted my earnings from KDP on a Facebook group that I'm part of. And the post generated a lot of likes and comments. People were actually excited and motivated and inspired by that post. I suggested that I could actually make videos on how to generate organic sales just like I did with mine. And I got a lot of positive feedback from people. They were sending me messages, some were sending private messages that they would really love to see the video. So I decided to make the video, and here you have the video. Initially, when I wanted to make this video, I wanted to make an all-in-one video where I would see everything I've learned on KDP, but that video would be really long because there are a lot of things I've learned so far on my journey. So what I decided to do was to separate the videos and just create videos on particular subjects, particular topics. So for you now, your issue might be keyword research. For some of you, your issue might be knowing how to design a very attractive cover. So what I want to do is I want to create separate videos for each particular topic, so you can actually go to that particular problem you have and look at the video and implement it. So that's exactly what I decided to do so far. For this video, I'll be sharing my story, how I started, the process, how it has been going. Hopefully, I hope to inspire and motivate you and tell you that it's actually possible. If I can do it, you also can do it. And before I go fully into the story of how I started, I would like to ask you to go to the comment section right now, and tell me in the comment section what you are going through in terms of the challenges you are going through, and tell me exactly what it is so I could look at it and create a video about it so it could help you and help others. So I got to know about KDP through my friend in 2020 March precisely. Prior to then, I had a business that failed. Not that it actually failed, but because of some inconsistency in government policy, business didn't go as planned. So from 2019 November till 2020 March, I was jobless. I didn't have what to do, and I ran out of money. I had nothing, literally. The only thing I had was my mobile phone. And I had a friend, he's still my friend till today. He told me about KDP. I just saw him creating a cover, coloring book cover, and I was like, okay, what's this about? Then he told me about the whole idea and I was intrigued by it. And he actually encouraged me to look into it and see if it's something I would like to do. He gave me a free course, and when he gave me the free course, he sent it to my phone. I went home, and when I started going through the course, I was amazed by the whole idea of KDP, and I was really intrigued and motivated, and I wanted to start. But the challenge I had was the fact that I did not have a laptop. So on the course itself, everything was done via a laptop. I only had a phone. So I went to a friend of mine that had a laptop, and I begged him for his laptop, and I told him I just wanted to use it for a day. And I could not even use the laptop because there was so much to go through processing at the same time. Then I quickly realized that it was actually not possible for me to be borrowing my friend's laptop every time I wanted to make a book. So I had to figure out a way that I could actually use my phone to start making books on KDP. It was not an easy journey. I mean, it took me a lot of time to figure out how to use my phone to create books, because whenever I want to do something, I meet a challenge and I would have to figure it out. I had to think outside the box. It was literally very, very difficult. But at the end of the day, I found out how I could use my phone, my mobile phone, to actually make books and publish them on Amazon. So that eradicated the problem of me not having a laptop. So I started March 2020, and that was the beginning. I was very determined because I saw an opportunity, and that's how I started KDP. How long did it take me before I made my first sale? Well, it was not an easy journey when I started. I actually made over 150 notebooks before I saw my first sale. I mean, there was a time I was pumping over 10 books, 20 books. Even I could remember very well, I made 30 books and published them in one day. I was just publishing and publishing and publishing and publishing and publishing. I started the 3rd of March 2020, and I was just publishing and publishing and publishing and publishing and publishing until I made over 150 books that never sold anything. But my friend that was actually doing KDP too, he had actually started seeing sales. He had seen 4 or 5 sales from his book. He was making a coloring book. And I quickly realized that I think I'm actually doing the wrong thing, since I'm making books, over 150 books that have not sold. So it was better I follow the path of my friend. So I asked him the book he was making. He told me about it. Then I decided to make my own book. So I moved from notebooks and I went into coloring books. And when I moved into coloring books, I made about 4 or 5 books. After making the 5th coloring book, I saw my first sale. So it was in the space of 1 month that I actually did see my first sale. So it took me, I started March 3rd, 2020, and I saw my first sale on the 21st of March. So for that span of time, I was not sleeping. Literally, I could sleep just 2-3 hours a day. I was always publishing, thinking of ways to make my books better. And I saw my first sale. When I saw my first sale, I was shocked. In fact, I was amazed. It was, and some of you can actually relate to this. The first time you see your first sale, now everything now looks real, and it's so the adrenaline is pumping, and you want to do more. So I looked at it and I was like, this is an opportunity. Now it has worked. I've seen something, so I could still do it. So from that March 2020, that March, I think the money I made in March was $22, 22 pounds. So converting it to dollars was around $25. So that was my first month was the first time I started making sales. So that's it. How long did it take me to make my first $100? Well, after seeing my first sale in March, and my total revenue in March was around $25. At that time, all my sales were coming from the UK. So it was in pounds. I had to convert it. So it was 22 pounds. Then if you convert it to dollars, it was around $25. That was my first month. Then the next month was the first time I got to $100. Precisely, it was around $157 I made the second month. And that was simply because of a particular niche that I actually got to know. And when I found the niche, I published books in them. It was actually a coloring book. Most of my books are coloring books, like most of them. That's what have been working for me. I used to see other people talk about notebooks, journals, cookbooks, and other type of books. Well, for me, what has worked for me the most has been coloring books. So I've stuck with it for like all this while. Though I sometimes try to diversify, but coloring book has been my mainstream. So it was in the next month, which was April, that I made my first $100. I was excited. In fact, and $100 means a lot over here in this part of the world, my country. I was so excited and I was pumped to go further. So that was how it all went. So I made my first $1,000 in November. So remember I told you guys that it started March. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So November was the first month that I cracked $1,000. And remember, I was not running any ads. I was still using my phone. And all of my books that I was publishing were primarily coloring books. So from that time, it was a thing of joy. I was so excited that I actually found, in fact, I could remember I was dancing. I jumped on my bed. I was dancing and dancing and dancing because October, I made around $980 or so. It was very close to $1,000, but it did not hit $1,000 mark. So, but November, I made about $1,700. That's $1,700. I was so excited. I was so pumped. I was enjoying the benefit of Q4. So that was the first time I made $1,000. And ever since then, sales has been going well. I think December I made around $2,500 to December 2020. Then January sales began to go down. You know the whole way it goes. But that was literally my own experience about KDP. And remember, it has been organic for me. So I had to think of ways to be able to structure my keywords, to be able to design covers and make my book better than my competitors, and make the people that are actually coming to Amazon to buy look at my book and want to buy them. So all these things, I had to practice them for this period of time to be able to see the kind of money I was seeing back then. So it was really, 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 really an exciting journey, challenging, and I learned a lot. So far, so good. I've made over $15,000 since I started KDP. All of them have been organic. I have not run any ad, and I used my phone throughout the first year, which was March 2020 till December 2020. It was in January that I bought my laptop. Now I have a Core i7 Dell laptop. I also have a professional drawing tablet. I have a 43-inch LG TV. That made my business easier, really, because using a phone is not really easy. I mean, it was really hard and difficult, but out of determination, you have to use what you have. So I used what I had during that process, and it generated that amount of revenue. And I'm really, really grateful to God. I mean, I've seen some people that have been in KDP for so long and they have made very little. But my own story was actually different. So I want to really, really say thank you to God for this privilege and opportunity. And this is like an opportunity for me to share with you guys the things I did, my processes and everything to generate this amount of sales. And but I would say there are some things that have to start from inside, not outside. When you are actually doing something with a whole lot of limitations, you have to be self-motivated. One of the things that kept me going all through while I was in the whole journey was that I was self-motivated. I was literally determined. I knew there was something in this and I was going to stick by it. It wasn't easy. I had so many odds against me, but with time, I began to overcome those challenges, and here am I today. I'm not saying I have arrived or I'm now Jeff Bezos or whatever. No, far from it. I'm just saying I have a story. Where I was last year, it's not the same place I am this year. So I want to say there's a huge difference in my lifestyle, my income, and generally my mentality. So I had to work hard, I had to stay motivated, and I had to have hope. Another thing I did was I was in the community. I joined Facebook groups. I was listening to videos about other people that were doing well in KDP. I was motivated by them, and I think those things actually helped me and kept me going. When I see income reports, it pushes me, it drives me to say, okay, I can actually do more. So my next video will be talking about the exact strategies I used for creating my books and selling them on Amazon. And as I said earlier, if you have a challenge or you want me to talk about something, I want you to drop it down in the comment section. I'll read it and create a video about it so that I can help you and help others. And lastly, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is a new channel. I want you guys to support me in this channel by subscribing and clicking the bell notification button so that you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you guys.